city rivals collide in Marion with major conference implications and local bragging rights on the line as the Pleasant Spartans host the Harding Presidents in a live and free battle you can only find right here on the OH Report and the brand new Marion County Now. It's boys high school hoops taking you into the weekend, and it's all coming your way next.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Marion County Now Game of the Week right here, exclusively on the OH Report for a cross-city game that packs more punch than a high C factory. I'm Brian Skowronski. Travis Berardi is joining me here tonight, and this is a great rivalry that we have going down right here in our own backyard, buddy. Two teams, obviously a lot at stake within the MOAC, but you want to get those cross-city bragging rights too. Those almost equally as important.
Yeah, you got to throw the records out the books when you play a game like this, and it's a little bit more meaningful the first time around. Harding, a game back in the conference. Pleasant, 3 games back. So, Pleasant wants to have any chance at maybe getting a backdoor championship. They're going to have to win out. Harding, if they want to stay in the race too, they have to avoid, I guess you could say, the minor upset. But like I said, throw all the records out the window.
For Marion, Harding starting to hit a bit of a hot streak. Their only loss other than Shelby came against a team from New York in Orlando. So this team playing some really good basketball, Travis, and coming into their own here at the midway point. Yeah,
they lost a tough one to Shelby. Play Shelby tough here all the time, but, a 12-point loss there. And then the Monsignor Farrell game, the second of 3 in Florida. They lost only by 2. So this is a team, they're competitive with their 2 losses, but a 7-2 record right now, very good for them so far at the midway point of the season.
And you're looking at that gentleman right there, Mr. Marquise Long, plays true to his name, great length, stellar athlete. He can get up and down the floor, really pushes the pace, and, he can score with the best of them in the league.
Absolutely. 50% from inside the arc. Also, he's tied for first in the MOAC in steals.
So he does it at both ends of the floor, as will our player spotlight on the other side for Pleasant. But for them checking into tonight, a team that hasn't really found a groove just yet. Their best win streak just 2 in a row, so they're kind of trading wins and losses back and forth all year, though they have knocked off 2 of the best in the KMAC.
Yeah, they came back against Cardington to get that victory, and they knocked off a shorthanded Northmore squad, but every Northmore win is just going to help them as we get closer to tournament time. A 6-4 record, but don't let that record fool you. They are a very good squad.
And our player spotlight tonight, Trey Booker, a veteran leader, multi-year starter, who really, he kind of runs the show around here, got great hair, great charisma, and just all around just a fabulous talent.
And second in scoring in the MOAC. He can throw it up. He's more of an inside presence, but he can shoot the 3 as well. He has 9 threes so far this year.
And as we get closer and closer to tip-off here, great look at our referees that are on hand in the cheerleaders. But we will pause here briefly for the playing of our national anthem. It's time for the Star Spangled Banner. Boy, what a fantastic way to set up our evening of high school basketball, coming at you live and free tonight from the new Stan Kirby Gymnasium right here in Marion, Ohio. You always got to enjoy someone coming out here and doing a live rendition of the national anthem.
Oh, absolutely. Great singing voice in front of all these people. I would not be able to do that. You get about 20 people in karaoke. That's my limit. We got about a few hundred people, including a huge student section here for the Spartans.
And here's the starting lineups being announced here for the visitors from Harding here tonight. Travis, let the folks know who we got.
A senior guard, 6'1", Marquise Long. A junior guard, 5'10", Logan Thrapp. He is first in the conference, 6.3 assists. A senior forward, 6'3", Alex Stokes, averaging 4.3 points per game. A senior guard, 6'2", Braylon Dyer, 12.5 points per game. And a sophomore forward, 6'5", Boston Pearson, averaging 4.8.
And before we get to the home team in Marion Pleasant, let's break down our keys to victory for Harding here on the road. I feel like they really got to use their athleticism to their advantage, man. The ball pressure could be big for them. Try to force a few cheap ones, get some points off of turnovers. Could be a great night for them if that's the case.
Absolutely, and mine dominate the paint. Like I said, Long, 50% from inside the lane, averaging 14.3 points per game. If they can establish that presence, dominate it, they'll be in good shape.
And now the starting lineups being announced here for the Pleasant Spartans.
Senior guard, 5'9", Wiley Smith. A senior forward, 5'11", Carson King. Averaging 13.7 points per game. He's the three-point shooter for the squad. A 5'11" forward, senior Nick Bluebaugh. The leader of the squad in scoring, a senior forward, 6'1", Trey Booker, 18.6 points per game. And rounding it out, a senior guard, 5'10", JT Snively, tied for first with Marcus Long in steals, 2.3 for Pleasant.
And our keys to victory for the Spartans here tonight. I feel like you just got to make Harding feel like they need Rihanna's services. Stand under her umbrella, Ella. Make it rain threes from the rooftops here tonight, Travis. And you're going to send home some people with a lot of smiles.
And mine is the inside-out game. You got King outside shooting the three. That'll open up Booker inside and vice versa. Booker gets established inside. It opens up that three-point attempt for King as we're underway for the first time here at Marion Pleasant.
This is our Marion County Now game of the week. Excited to be here in attendance for this rivalry matchup. I think both of our first ones.
Yeah.
An excellent start here for Harding.
Yeah, Pearson, great post move inside the paint. A little bit of the hook makes it 2-0. But yeah, I've been to Harding with you a few times, but never here to Pleasant on the south side of Marion.
See the consistent ball pressure along the perimeter. Booker don't care. He lines it up and strokes a big-time three. Bet it back at the other end.
Yeah, it's something you got to look at. Booker is 10-3 of the season, gives him the lead.
From the high post, they'll kick it out. Now Logan Thrapp puts it up, and a little bit of a sidewinder. He matches the three back at the other end.
Already up to his season average of 3.3, but you saw Pleasant there. They were switching on the man-to-man, kind of lost Thrapp there, and he gave him the bucket. Pleasant can't finish on the other end.
First turnover of the night. Harding back the other way. Great look inside by Long, and a cheapie. Boston Pearson, the recipient of a great feed.
Yeah. Textbook ball fake, let the defender go by you, lays it up and in, and the Prexies pulling away here early on.
Quick trigger from the wing, back iron, and it lands into the hands of Long, pushing ahead. Here's Thrapp. Couple nice up fakes and more buckets. Alex Stokes pushing the lead back up to 6.
And you're seeing Pleasant early on. They're a little excited. They want to swat that ball into the 7th row, but Harding with the presence of mind, just a ball fake, get them past them again. Back-to-back buckets like that.
Wide open shooter from the corner, and that won't find its mark there from Wiley Smith. So Pleasant cold on its last couple of possessions as Marquise gets out on the run, couple hops off the rim, but kept alive by Stokes. And I think we're going to get 2-shot foul here.
First offensive board of the night. We'll send Alex Stokes to the line for 2 free throws.
Stokes on the season averaging just a shade over 4 points per game. 6'3" senior forward. Offers a nice athletic presence in the middle for the Prexies.
62.5% free throw shooter.
Cash is in the first. And Harding quickly into double figures here, only 2.5 minutes into the contest on the road.
And a balanced effort so far. Thrapp with 3, Stokes with 3, maybe 4 here, and Pearson with 4.
Second one comes up a little bit short. Long rebound out to Snively.
First board of the night for Pleasant.
JT right now got a little bit of a mismatch. Cross-court pass, though, and this one short from the right hand of Carson King.
Yeah, you'll see him put up a few threes tonight, just off on that one. Great deflection on the other end.
Yeah, fabulous fast hands inside, and you see Harding so quick in transition, love pushing the pace, getting up and down the floor. It's got him a couple of cheap buckets that time. Pleasant able to get back on D.
Yeah, you're seeing the speed kills mantra here for Harding so far, just running up and down the floor.
Long lost the handle, right back to him, kind of slung the defender down to the ground, and actually the foul going to go against the Spartans here. And that'll be the first assessed to Wiley Smith. Check this out. Really aggressive play by Marquise.
And it's Nick Blueball actually in there as well, but that's just complete effort and physicality for you.
Long with the pitch, out to the corner for Thrapp. Looking to go to work off the bounce. Lost the handle. It's going to be, I think, last touch, though, by Carson King, so it'll stay down here at this end.
Yeah, unlucky for him, it hit the back of his head as it bounced out as he was falling to the ground. Backwards header there.
And an early exit over to the bench here for Marquise Long to get a nice little breather. But off the lob play, Braylon Dyer skies up to the second story to put that one home.
Yeah, beautifully executed. Just got the alley-oop on the inbounds to make it 12-3.
Booker launches and hits its mark. All 6 Pleasant points coming from downtown.
Both of them from beyond the arc, cuts the lead in half.
Lob inside, backside help us a little bit late to come over. So Harding already with 14 points.
And Harding establishing that inside presence with Pearson already.
Booker's going to try it again, straight away, not this time. Offensive rebound, a strong one secured there by Trachtenberg. But they missed the second opportunity in the board by Stokes.
Yeah, tough floater there from Booker, just couldn't finish.
Coach calling for him to get it down on the block. Off the dribble in, it's off the back iron there from Boston Pearson.
He's just been establishing dominance in that paint. That time he couldn't get the finish, but that's the 5th possession that he's just been able to get into the paint and do whatever he wants.
Booker's been looking for a shot here of late. Now he'll drive, right hand on the left side. Gorgeous play by Booker.
Great reversal to hands, goes kind of underneath reversal, but answered on the other end by Thrapp.
Logan swirls that one home, so back and forth we go. High scoring outputs on both ends here as we're 24 combined, 3 minutes of play here in the opening quarter.
What else would you expect for a rivalry game like this?
Great atmosphere here. Fantastic student section brought in tonight by the Spartans. As the up and under fake won't go, another offensive rebound secured inside, and that one put home by Jace.
Off the bench for a couple points, gets it back to a 2-possession game.
Junior making a big impact, checking in here. More movement down on the block. It's turned away, though, by Owen Lowry. And they're going to say last touch by Harding.
I think it was blocked off of Pearson's head.
Almost looked like he kicked it. I couldn't really tell there. You know what? I think we're getting a timeout.
We are.
And this will be a perfect opportunity to run that one back one more time. I'll slow it down for you folks. I think he does kick it out of bounds. So Owen Lowry showing the dexterity to get the leg up and boot it out. But they said it was off of Harding, so it was a win-win-win.
If I did that, I'd pop a hip out. What flexibility.
Leave it to the youngsters,
man,
Travis.
I wish I was 17 again.
Do want to say what's up to everybody out there watching live and free tonight on our YouTube channel 1 along with our Facebook. I'm going to be refreshing the live chat on every timeout. So if you guys drop us some comments, we'll read them live over air. See, we got a few coming in right now on the Facebooks. See, Jeff Hill, one of our biggest fans, says, yes, can't wait to see Harding football games on here too. Oh, coming soon. Tanner Slusher watching from Cardington, cheering on the Spartans.
The Pirate Ship. Got a big one against Northmore coming up here on Friday night. Undefeateds in the KMAC.
A lot of great basketball action coming up this weekend on the OH Report as short corner off the mark, offensive rebound again. This time it's Blue Ball creating the extra possession.
3 of the 5 rebounds for Pleasant so far coming off the offensive glass.
And coming within their last couple of possessions. Great setup, catch and shoot. And Long gets the board. We'll get a foul on the floor. And the loose ball infraction going to go against the Spartans.
Watch him jump out of the gym to get this rebound. Nobody was going to get that one.
Marquise Long, one of the great high risers that we have in North Central Ohio.
Owen Lowry called for his first foul, the 3rd team foul against Pleasant here in this first quarter. And now, as always here, OHSAA, 5 fouls in a quarter gets you 2 free throws. A controversial new rule here.
Can't say that I love it, but as time goes by, you learn to buy in, Travis. The lefty puts that up, that's Trey Caddy. A little bit too firm with that attempt. And here come the Spartans now with McCants. Lobbing it backside here for Smith. Back up top for Booker. Quick first step, blows by, long contact. And he'll head to the free throw line.
Solid take as Mr. Booker is just taking this game over for the Spartans offensively. Just crosses over, blows by his defender, and forces the foul.
You see why he averages over 21 points per game on the season. One of the best pure scorers in not just the MOAC, but North Central Ohio.
Has a chance to get 10 points here already in the first quarter.
Spartans just sitting on 11. So Booker's been doing a lot of the offensive heavy lifting as he pulls them within 4. And we got a late substitution coming in.
Carson King back in. You got to think Booker's going to get a minute 25 break unless Harding goes on a big run here to force him back in.
Long sizing up the defender, now comes up top. Now deep, 3 taken by Dyer. Won't find its mark, and loose ball foul, this time going against Marquise Long.
Great box out there by Pleasant. We'll see who it actually was. But that is how you draw a foul. Wiley Smith, perfectly executed. That's any kids out there watching, that is how you box out and draw a foul. Just get your body into them. They'll have to go over the top, and that's exactly what he did for his first foul.
McCants being hounded on the perimeter here by Marquise. Tough shot, a lot of contacts, plenty of hands. And how about these active hands back the other way? Check this out. Great board here by Thrapp. Pushing the pace. Finds his mark. But Wiley Smith making a second big defensive play here in the last 40 seconds.
Great hustle play there. Exactly, that's what it was. Bit of a reach around there.
And this is going to be the 4th on the Spartans. So the next one will put Marion Harding on the line, though short time, sub 50 seconds to go. Pull up from the elbow. Braylon Dyer making his presence felt.
Man, can this team jump? He high-pointed that one at the top of his jump. Great stroke.
Oh, how about this? Look out. Showtime!
Woo!
The theft. And then cashing in his ticket for 2 the other way.
First flush of the season for me. off the steal. First turnover of the game. And it's an 8-point Prexy lead.
That's what makes Marquise Long so dangerous, the ability to turn active hands into instant offense.
And surprisingly, that was his first bucket so far. A balanced efforts here for Harding.
Got to put it up. Good if it goes at the horn. It will not. But this play by Marquise Long has Marion Harding on top by 8 as we head to quarter number 2.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Second quarter action just about set to begin here at Pleasant, where right now the Spartans trailing by 8 with a late flurry put up by Marion Harding. I'm Brian Skowronski along with Travis Berardi tonight for your Marion County Now game of the week. And can't ask for much better than this here in this county. Two teams, two rivals going head to head, and right now it's the road team looking like they might be the top dogs right now in this county.
All 5 starters for Harding into the scorebook, but on the other side, it's been Trey Booker carrying his squad. 10 points in that first quarter of the 12, and somebody hit the light switch, but we're going to continue playing here. There they go.
I thought it was kind of on cue when you were talking about how well Booker had been shooting the lights out, if you will, and then all of a sudden mysterious things happen as we'll get a foul here.
That gave me terrible flashbacks of Loudonville football versus Mount Gilead.
Whoa.
Lathan McCann's called for his team's first at quarter number 2. This is a Pleasant squad, Brian. Despite the 4 losses, each of the 4 losses are by 9 points or less. 53-45 to North Union, 61-52 against River Valley, 65-56 against Clear Fork, and then 52-43 against Galleon.
They've been in every game, just have not been able to close the deal. Get that agreement handshake for the victory column at the end of contests. As Marquise swills and deals inside. Offensive rebound created here by Pearson. He can't find the bottom. And finally, Lowry comes away with it to end the threat here for the Spartans.
Great defensive possession there for Pleasant. Finally manning themselves up inside the paint.
Booker and Long, what a matchup we have here tonight. Whew. And it's Trey again, getting the better half of it down here at the offensive end.
That is why he's the second best scorer in the Mid-Ohio Athletic Conference.
Great size, turned away. But a foul and free throws on the way here for Boston Pearson. Take a second look.
Yeah, just the help side defense was way too late there. And Pearson will have a chance to get numbers 7 and 8 on the night.
It's going to be the second foul on Owen Lowry. 6'1" junior, giving up a lot of size down there in the middle. Won't cost them here on the first offering. As Harding going to check in a couple of subs. Thrapp back into the mix. Parker Iden waiting to check in here for Pearson. And he'll splash the second and check out. Excuse me, it's Tremail Thompson-Reese. Sophomore going to get his first minutes here as that's tipped off the fingertips of McCants, but Booker got his back. whips that one out of bounds. A little too much sriracha behind this pass.
Yeah, the first time, and it was nearly turned over, he caught it and told his teammates, oh, calm down, we're good. And then he speeds things up too much, throws it out of bounds.
So Harding on top by a football score, 21-14 right now. Looking to add to their comfortable lead. Get a three here from the corner. Nothing but net. Big shot, Stokes.
That's one of those forwards that you play off of him. He doesn't make many threes, but when he does, it's a great gift. Gets a block on the other end.
Running the other way, step through, swiveled out. Stokes is there, but that one's turned away. So a block at both ends. Harding, though, able to recollect and resetting here offensively.
That's what Pleasant's been doing all night on that first shot attempt or shot fake. They went up for the block, and that time there was no ball fake by Harding, and it almost got sent into the fifth row.
Longest possession, I think.
Yeah, by anybody.
And it ends up with points inside for Thrapp.
Third President with multiple field goals in this one.
Spartans looking for an answer, trailing by a dozen. Will they get it here just off the mark?
Foul's going to be on Thompson-Reese. I mean, Booker's been doing it all, but they have to find some type of balance. They need King to get back into this. Or a couple other scores, because Booker, he's good enough to carry a team, but only for so long before even he can get tired as he hits the front end. Against a team like Harding, you need multiple scores in the game.
Trey's just one of two players averaging double figures this season, along with Carson King, as Booker splashes both.
And King, the three-point specialist, if Booker can continue driving and King can find himself open beyond the arc, that's when that'll open up some of his shots.
Spartans desperately searching for a defensive stop. Dyer looking to drive, spins. And the second look, not there long. Skies yet again for the board. He'll pick up the foul. And I believe he's got 2 free throws in his future.
Fourth offensive board. Booker's going to get called for his first foul. Fourth offensive board, 12th rebound already. Nearly doubling Pleasant's number so far.
Fresh body into the game is Trey Caddy. Pearson back up off the bench as well as Stokes sits down.
Harding only 2 of 5 from the charity stripe thus far.
And a bit of a chess match going on here with the substitutions as Evan Sickmiller, 6'6" sophomore, going to get his first varsity minutes here tonight.
Largest lead of the night thus far for Harding.
Booker with a couple of jab steps. Nobody bought. And now the three. Wow. Splashes home here for JT Snively. They needed that one.
Absolutely. And for somebody other than Booker to see the ball go through the hoop. Offensive foul. Little momentum here for Pleasant.
Moving screen called there on Caddy, who just checked into the ball game.
And you saw just a little bit of that lean, a little bit of the hand check. Ref's going to call that every time. First turnover on Harding tonight. Only a combined 3 turnovers. It's been a cleanly played game so far.
And especially as fast as the pace was to come out, it looked like NASCAR in the first few minutes. Nearly a traveling violation. And now Booker dribbles into heavy traffic, loses the handle, and it's scooped up here by Pearson.
Another offensive foul. Pearson going to get called for it, so back-to-back possessions.
Just a little push off there, and Coach Jamie Pearson, that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
He was suggesting to his team, you got to look inside with that position he had.
Well, he had that seal opened up. He had the shoulder against the Pleasant player, had the arm open kind of like a wide receiver, but it was just he had a shove off as he went for the ball, and that's going to get called for the foul. But really good position. He had it for about 10 seconds. Harding just didn't see him.
Coach Pearson asking for a travel there, didn't get one. As McCounts, quick feet, kicks it out to the corner. Would have been good for 3, but Blue Ball just off target with that one.
But that's what you want to see for Pleasant. Drive, bring in the defense, and then kick outside. We'll get 2 free throws on the other end.
Look back on the instant replay here as Marquise Long going to work instinctively, feeling the pressure. And he's back at the free throw line. Went 1 of 2 on his last trip.
All 3 attempts tonight by Harding, 1 of 2. 50%. That's the most math you'll get from me all night.
College degree's finally paying off, buddy.
Good old communications degree from Wheeling Jesuit.
Coach Snively continues to work in his bench as JT Snively gets back out there, providing some senior leadership.
For Coach Snively's squad, he goes 2 for 2 there. You'd want to keep this around 7 points. You don't want this to balloon out to double digits before the second quarter ends. Got to be a win for Pleasant against this high-octane Harding offense, but you need that when you're a Division I squad as well, especially when it comes to tournament time.
While these teams are rivals, Cross City, of course, as Travis mentioned, Harding will play D1 in the tournament, D3 for Pleasant. And Snively, a couple of nice up fakes.
Drive and kick.
And now Booker, a lot of contact, lost the handle, didn't draw the whistle like he thought he should have. Travis, what say you?
I actually like the call because as he's going in, it looks like he's going for that arm bar to create contact. But smartly by the defender there, he backed off, kind of pulled the rug out from underneath him, and he falls himself before making the contact. I like the no call.
Thrapp with the rock as we're down to 2:20 to go here before the half. Swift crossover. Now here comes McCants. Picked up by Long. The corners have provided probably the best looks tonight for the Spartans, but Blue Ball just lost the handle there.
Yeah, he ollied it off the foot and out of bounds.
Thrapp comes right wing. Working some motion, want to feed it down on the block to Caddy. Now they will, but forcing it in there is Pearson. Now Snively with another turnover, 3 in a row now for Pleasant.
Since I mentioned there are no turnovers, there's been 6 in the last about 3 minutes. Both squads just trying to force the issue. Harding trying to balloon this lead out. Pleasant seems like they're trying to tie things up on one shot.
They'll lob it down on the block here for Dyer. Spins into some trouble. Threw it away. Snively got a piece of it. JT slowing things down.
Something you won't be saying much tonight.
Size advantage down low on the block. A little too firm on the shot. So Sickmiller misses his first attempts in transition. Bombs away, but no buckets there for Marquise. As the clock fading under a minute to go now.
Great pass.
JT thought better of pulling up there in transition. Now Booker, he was calling for a screen here from Trachtenberg. Never got one.
Doesn't matter.
Do it himself. Oh. Lips out though. And we got a loose ball foul. We've had plenty of those here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of effort going for the ball here. You saw a little tug of the jersey there.
Goes on Jace Trachtenberg, will just be his first, but the 15th foul will land Marquise Long on the free throw line, where he's had quite a few visits here in this second frame.
3 of 4 from the line here tonight.
Six points now for the senior. And he'll make them both and check out.
Hit his final 5 free throws here of the half.
Those paired with that fantastic strip and dunk. Double team comes and the handle is lost. Stokes pushes it ahead. No! Count the bucket.
No, a walk.
Oh, no.
They called a walk.
We're going to have to see that again.
Yeah. On the catch, 1, 2, 3. Right as you started that replay, I think.
So Pleasant's going to try to hold here for the final shot. Down to 4 seconds. This one back iron. And that will take us into the break. Excellent first half here, folks. Shows Harding on top by a dozen. 31-19 on your Marion County Game of the Week. Stay tuned. Travis and I will break down the first half stats for you guys. Tell you what we got coming up here this next week on the OH Report and get you all set for half number 2. You're watching live and free Boys High School Hoops exclusively on the OH Report in Marion County Now.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
It is halftime here in Marion. Pleasant trailing at the break 31-19 as Harding coming on the road and showing why they think they could be one of the very best in the MOAC. I am Brian Skowronski. Travis Berardi is joining me, and we were just entertained. I was trying to bring it back kind of quickly so that we could see some of that cool dance routine, but it's over with. So I guess you're just stuck with me and Travis. Entertain the people, T.
I'm not singing or anything like that, but we can talk about the game thus far, which it's been very entertaining. Despite the 31-19 score, Harding just a run and gun offense, balanced offense in that first half. Then on the other side, Pleasant, Trey Booker, what a performance he had to keep his squad at least in it for now. Going over some individual scoring. First for Harding, they have 3 players with 7 points. I said balanced. That's what they have right now. Long with 7, Thrapp with 7, Pearson with 7. That presence underneath early on in that first quarter. He had all 3 of his field goals, 6 of his 7 points, before Pleasant really was able to get their defense going inside the paint. Dyer with 4 points. Alex Stokes also with 6 points. It's going to be a little bit quicker for the Pleasant scoring. Trachtenberg off the bench with 2. Snively, 3 points. 14 for Trey Booker to lead all scores for Pleasant. Score by quarter thus far, too. 20-12 Harding after 1, 11-7 in the second. As both teams, they're feeling each other out in that first quarter. Second quarter, the defense really picked things up. 11-7, making it 31-19. As we take a look at the statistics.
Here are your first half stats, and you see dominating in the lane right now is Marion Harding, particularly early in the game. They were getting out and running. They were finding open windows, 9 2-pointers, the 3 trifectas for Pleasant matched by a couple from Marion Harding, but the Presidents, too, winning the rebounding war, even though about half of the Spartans' rebounds are coming on the offensive end, but they haven't really been able to capitalize on those. Very limited on their second chance opportunities. Yeah,
4-3 in favor of Harding on the offensive glass, but 14-9. It was early on. They had, I think, a 6-2 advantage on the defensive board. We had 3 turnovers with about 4 minutes left in the half, and then both teams decided to go at 200 miles an hour when they didn't need to, and those numbers picked up 5 by Harding and 7 by Marion Pleasant. Booker, it was all Booker for the first 90% of that half, and then they finally started doing what they need to be doing to get that inside-out game going. Booker drives into the paint, then kicks it out for the open look. They really started establishing that at the end, just couldn't hit those shots. And like I said in the keys of the game for Harding, establish it inside. And they have very well done that so far, with most of those points coming from inside that red free throw paint of Marion Pleasant. Great first half for Harding. The 7-2 squad, 31-19 at the break.
And a great matchup for you folks on our, I think we'll call it our inaugural Marion County Game of the Week. So big shout out to the people over here at Marion Pleasant and their athletic director, Mike Lindsay, who you're seeing in the doorway there, allowing us the opportunity to be here live and free for you folks this evening. We're also on another live stream that's going down in the MOAC. You can check on that one as well and see what's popping off over at River Valley.
Yeah, another MOAC matchup. And while you're doing that, I'll get the other scores from the other 2 games. There's Ontario and Shelby going at it. That's a rivalry renewed this evening at Ontario. 9-point River Valley lead already in the third quarter. Make it 11 points now.
Third quarter score just underway in Caledonia, and the Vikings lead 46-35 over Galleon. So that obviously, that's probably a bigger game in terms of the conference standings, with RV at 5-3 and a tough loss against Shelby.
Yeah.
Galleon at 5-2 right now on the season.
Well, that's something for River Valley, just to keep going at it. They'll get another shot at Shelby. We already know Yeah, we already know that game and the ending there, but all they can control is themselves afterwards, and if they can, just like Harding, stay a game back, they'll get another shot at Shelby to possibly, overtake them for that conference crown.
Already broke down some of the individual statistics, but what a first half for Trey Booker, the senior point guard. 14 points, did not miss a free throw. Dude was spectacular, and they needed all of those points, of course, as he's got more than 75% of the Spartans' offense. Someone's going to have to step up and start supplementing some of that to try to get themselves back into this game. Carson King's been that guy at times so far this season. Snively almost 6 points per game. Definitely need to find some secondary and maybe even third tier offensive players to come through. And Marquise Long did exactly what he needed to do. 5 free throws made in that first half, 7 points, and more importantly, not in foul trouble. So active, aggressive on top. True leader of the team and looking like it through one half of play.
Yeah, and he really didn't even need to score in that first quarter, as Thrapp, Stokes, Dyer, and Pearson helped him out there. But then, when he needed to take it to the hoop, he did. He got fouled, and he made his free throws in that balanced effort. Like I said, 7, 7, 7, 6, and 4 are the scores there. And for Booker and company, they did start getting that offense going at the end. They just didn't hit any shots where they used Booker to drive it into the lane, then kick for the open shot, just weren't able to hit.
Couple more comments coming through. Jeff Hill feels like Harding got to get into a bigger conference with teams that are closer to their division, or people will always downplay wins because they are the quote-unquote bigger school in the MOAC. Thoughts on that?
Well, do you want them to go to the Central District? Do you want them to playing Westerville North, Berlin, Olentangy's, Pickeringtons, things like that? Or are they more fit for this, this smaller conference of teams where they don't have to travel as far as well?
Yeah, regionally speaking, much better fit, of course, in the MOAC for them, not having to go all the way down to the Columbus suburbs.
Yeah, it's just a tough shot. Or do you want to go out to Lima and play those teams, things like that? But we'll have to find out.
We are now back to action here. Harding with opening possession here offensively. And they'll get it down on the block. Marquise had it poked away backside into the hands of Booker. So 19 seconds in, we get our first turnover. It took them about 10 minutes of game time in the first half to pick up their first giveaway. Trey catch and shoot. Karam's off the front iron and rebound to Pearson. No one picks up Dyer until the last moment. And we'll get a foul here on the closeout coming from Wiley Smith.
That'll be his third. And to add insult to injury, that's going to be 3 free throws.
See, given a lot of space. Little tardy with the closeout. And that's going to mean Braylon Dyer will indeed shoot 3.
Coach Pearson right in front of us.
And receiving a lot of credit, I noticed, in the chat section for getting this team to play together. This is a team in a community. Feels like almost always going to have some talent, some athleticism. Can you get everybody to come together, play for the common goal, play together as a squad? Right now, certainly looking like it.
Do you actually see his head in our clock cam right now?
Yeah, we're sharing a table here.
We have a great view of the floor. We got courtside seats tonight. I feel like Jim Brown when he used to come to the Cavs games. You don't remember from the finals? He had that seat right up in front.
I've just never been compared to Jim Brown before,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's taken me a while to really process what that even means. R.I.P. to the GOAT.
Yes.
And Booker trying to become one of the GOATs in Pleasant history.
16 for him. 11-point game.
Here he is matched up on Marquise Long. who had to give it up, and a foul on the perimeter. This one assessed to JT Snively. It's just going to be his first, team second.
9 players used already by Coach Snively's squad.
Oh, great setup, at least.
Even better read.
King with the takeaway. And now Booker off the delayed drive, puts it up and in, and one.
Wow. You knew right off the ball fake once he got by the defender that this was going to be something good for him. Second foul against Pearson. And just like that, back down to a 9-point game.
Hit him with a little hezzy, took it straight to the rack. And he'll splash home the free throw, so basically single-handedly, Trey Booker keeping the Spartans afloat. He's got 19 of the 24.
Great backdoor cut. Only the second field goal by Long, but with those free throws, getting close to that average already.
Long the closest to double figures for Harding. Very balanced attack for them. He's got 9. Everybody getting involved. 5 or more points for all the players on the floor right now for the Presidents. Not the case right now for the Spartans, as Booker just throwing the city on his back.
Closest we've been since the end of the first quarter.
Pearson turns inside, then out, and he'll draw the foul. Let's go back to the other end, though, and watch Trey Booker knifing in, getting the takeaway, then the contested bucket. What more can you ask for?
He's just been lights out here tonight. Back here on the other end, Nick Bluebaugh just got caught in a bad position. All he could do was foul Pearson and force him to shoot the free throws.
Second attempt for Boston. This one off the rim to the right. Taken down by Stokes, but Snively snaking in there, and he whips it away.
8th turnover against Harding tonight.
JT Snively shown some nice veteran moxie here tonight. As Booker drives in, turns into some problems.
I think it's the first time tonight he's been stopped at the bucket instead of able to go off, and we got an offensive foul.
It's going to go against Nick Bluebaugh.
That's his 3rd. Back-to-back fouls against him.
You see a little bit of a wrestling match there just outside of the lane. 14 fouls on the Spartans now, so a long way to go here in the 3rd. And Harding right on the doorstep of getting into the bonus. But they turn it over yet again. It's been kind of a sloppy offensive start.
Yeah, already 3 turnovers in the first 3 minutes of the second half.
Booker clearing things out as he gets matched up here with Thompson Reese. Now Lowry off the cut. They'll find him, Sickmiller will, and just a little bit short with the offering. Rebound to Thrapp, and almost picked off by Snively. But that's going to result in some free throws. Referee says hit him in the noggin.
Just can't, I mean, smart for going for the ball, but you can't extend the arm that way. It's a tough foul halfway from bucket to bucket to get into free throws now.
And this is about as fast as you can get into the bonus, folks.
Yeah.
2 minutes, 17 seconds. And here's Harding on the free throw line. And again, with the new rules, do not have to earn the second. No such thing as a 1-and-1. So Parker's going to get one more. Harding again picking up full court man-to-man, just trying to slow down the operation a little bit.
And this is a fine pace for Harding, too, with the 10-point lead.
Booker sizing up the defender. Now goes left side, pulls up, lots of contact, and he's got more free throws.
He created that foul himself.
Tried to sell it on a few different occasions. Something Trey does really well that James Harding kind of started about 7-8 years ago is just that head whip. Anytime there's a little bit of a bump, try to make it look as dramatic as possible.
And he created that even after Coach Pearson, he told his defenders off the ball, get into the paint. Don't let him drive in there by himself. Nonetheless, Booker able to still create the shot, get the foul, and make both buckets to get it down 8.
Dude's already got 23 points.
This is by far this season the best single-player performance I've witnessed.
But they're still behind on the score sheet as everyone contributing here for Harding, but the first player in the double figures, our player spotlight, Marquise Long. Booker draws a double team. He has to give it up here to the outside for King.
Oh,
saw the backdoor cut off target for Ringer.
Just miscommunication there. Maybe took a couple drives too far as we see the long bucket on the other end. Long from short.
All of his points coming either in the paint or the free throw line tonight.
That's why he's 50% from inside the paint. Get those high percentage shots.
Here's Marquise off the gamble, pulls up again, sends it through.
Need I say more?
Long starting to heat up, back-to-back buckets for him. Pleasant in search of a spark or an answer. Reaching foul.
Okay, I can see why. He had got him on the shoulder before going down for the ball. We are going to get a Pleasant timeout.
Coach Snavely wanted to talk things over with his kids. We're the exact same situation in terms of the diff that we started the quarter with, 9-9 so far here in the frame. Gives me an opportunity to dive back into our comments section. And I see the Crazy Pie says Pleasant with a cry face. Not sure exactly what section of the game that came in at. Knife and Boy, 34 memes. It's your boy, Jet Nolans. What's up, Jet? Good to have you here on the broadcast. And then on the Facebooks, Brescian says Harding is good, but not for that kind of competition just yet. I think referring to our Columbus
schools,
area.
Yep.
But the program definitely building around here. And you see Tanner Slusher commenting about a half hour ago, said that Trey Booker had 36 against Cardington last Wednesday, so looking like he's on pace for that or even more.
Yeah, he helped lead a comeback against Cardington to get the victory there and get them to win number 6. They have wins over Fairbanks, 62-55, Elgin, 64-31. The Northmore game, they won 79-49. They knocked off Ontario by 11. Cardington, as we said, and Highland, 55-29. I think Nick Blubaugh thought they were on defense. He started sprinting the other way.
Clean catch inside. It was a nice snag there by Blubaugh.
Made up for it.
You can tell definitely trying to get the hands or the ball out of the hands of Booker. The recovery for Blubaugh. And the floater is good. McCants off the run.
His first bucket, it's back to 10, and then back to 12.
Clean catch inside. Thompson Reese, his first points of the evening. Seems like every punch landed tonight by Pleasant. There's been a counter right on the way for Marion Harding. Deep two, swirls out. Long steps up for the big rebounds. Caddy no look inside. Pearson off of 1 foot.
Mio and Lowry's third, but that one hand, look at this pass. Even better catch by Pearson underneath. That was going about at 95 miles an hour.
Brought your radar gun here tonight, did you?
Yeah, you get pulled over on 71 that way. I wouldn't know, though.
Harding extends his lead back up to a baker's dozen as they'll get Wiley Smith back out onto the floor. Long also going to take a seat for Harding in favor of Braylon Dyer. Boston goes 2 for 2 from the line.
Now into double figures. All 3 points in the second half coming from the charity stripe.
(44-30) Prexies. Just under 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Your Marion County game of the week. Sees a spinorama there from JT Snively.
First points for him since midway through, but we got some more moves. Wow.
Come on, man.
Oh, my goodness. The Harding bench going nuts.
Oh. I'm going to have to dial that up that replay for you guys. Because it was more than just the bucket there.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, impressive stuff from Logan Thrapp. Check this out.
Whoop.
Great move to get by Snively.
Jukes.
Put him in the rocker, hanging and clanging.
I think we got a foul on the box out. The free throw was missed. But we're going to get 2 more free throws. There was a foul against Blue Ball, his 4th.
(17 fouls against the Spartans here in the frame. Number 3 now with a 3-pack of points for Harding. Thompson Reese, some pretty loud footwear, but a really cool, calm, collected cat you can tell out here.
Yeah, that's a great player to have coming off the bench for you.
Just so focused on the defensive end and picking up the most difficult assignment as Booker instantly draws a double team, make it a triple.
He's on the line.
Stepping out of bounds.
10th pleasant turnover.
Deepest deficit of the night for the Spartans. Harding a chance to add to it here with $1:22 remaining before we get to crunch time.
Late substitution for Harding. So we had to delay for.
Coach Pearson's really done a nice job of utilizing his bench and the depth here tonight. Though there's Boston Pearson dishing it out of bounds as he tried to find Marquise Long off the baseline action.
Spartans need a bucket here. Get some sort of offense going before the 4th. And get that student section right behind them going. They've been quiet tonight.
Smith gets cut off at the point of attack, steps through, had to whip it up, collected his own miss. And now here's Booker, got fouled. So Trey Booker.
It's 3 shots, too.
3-pack of free throws on the way.
Foul was on 3. His third. A lot of threes.
You see creating the contact, too, as Trey really sells it very well anytime there's a defender in his general area.
24 points of the Spartans' 33.
Nobody else on the floor has more than 5. Those belonging to Snively.
And then McCants and Trachtenberg with 2 each. Complete 180 on the other side. As Harding has 3 players with 9 or more.
3 pure strokes right there for Booker, who's going to check out here for presumably the final 42 seconds of the frame. Catches win for what's going to have to be a magical fourth quarter if Pleasant's going to get back into this ball game. Bump down low, foul will land Pearson back on the free throw line, where he's been earning it so far here in this contest.
It was a nice pass, threaded the needle just to get to him.
Boston, one of 2 players in double-figure scoring for the Presidents. Looking for point number 11. And actually Booker with a very short 13-second rest. Little offensive-defensive substitution. Boston sinks them both again. Pushes the Presidents up to half 100.
15 of their points coming from the charity stripe, and it's a 15-point game. Free throws, difference so far.
And can you name the president on the $50 bill?
Is it the president of the OH.REPORT, Brian Skowronski?
I am working towards that. We need our own currency.
Is it Harding?
I think it's Ulysses S. Grant.
Grant, yeah. I thought Grant was 100.
That's a Benjamin, baby.
That's why I talk sports and not money.
Final 3 seconds. Booger hangs off target. And that rebound secured by Caddy takes us to the end of the frame. Harding, they've led from start to finish. See if they can close it out when we return for the fourth.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Hit him with it, Ski.
It is money time here in Marion. Fourth quarter action set to begin. It's going to be the Spartans with the basketball. And they're going to do it all over again. I think we had a horn pop off that maybe wasn't supposed to. The music's still playing in here, though.
Yeah, I don't know why they're calling your name Ski.
Ski, yay! Spartans could use some of my shooting out here. Actually, I haven't been in the gym at all this winter.
Halftime score, Shelby leading Ontario 44-26.
Whippets, what, the 5-time defending MOAC champs?
Five time.
Come on. Does not look like they're going to be dethroned this season, though Marion Harding might be the toughest test for them in the league. I like what we've seen from them. Great size, excellent discipline, and a whole collection of guys that contribute and understand their role, Travis.
And Harding did have a lead on Shelby at the half here in the opener, the MOAC opener, and then Alex Bruscotter and company got things going in the second half. Long's going to get called for a foul.
Yeah, foul's going to be on the floor, and Coach Pearson showing the referee what I've just kind of been explaining here tonight, just the head toss by Booker every time he gets bumped. Wanted to get it to a Marquise Long, had other ideas.
And that was a great play. After getting the foul, instead of, being frustrated with it, what does he do? He makes a play defensively. You get the ball back.
Long calling for it on the block, catch and shoot as he turned over the shorter defender, Smith.
Ooh.
Gorgeous feet inside, Snively and one.
And that was all created by that nice little hesitation by Booker. Giving it to Snively, who booked it for 2. Chance for 3. Katie called for his second foul.
It looked like the contact coming after the shot, more or less. Snively looking for his 8th point of the night. Second leading scorer for the Spartans, and basically he and Booker, who's got 26, accounting for all the offense.
Yeah. That's not what you need if you want to be in this game. Somehow, though, Booker's done enough to keep Pleasant to within 12. Got to get a stop, another bucket. Can't try and get that 12-point shot at once, force things.
Our Hall of Fame coach and commentator Joe Baylog says at the beginning of quarters they always preached, if you're on defense, a stop, score, stop, or the other way, bucket, stop, bucket.
Again, the help side, defense just a little too late on that. It's going to be a foul. And free throws, it looks like.
But a lot of moans and groans, Travis. These fans don't believe Lathan McCants really got a piece of anything but the leather.
It was actually Wiley Smith that, no, it was McCants. If I saw a 3 in there. But yeah, that looked like that was. Yeah. 50-50.
Second free throw hops off the rim, secured by Trey. Smith backs it out. Got the much bigger defender on him.
Oh, great backdoor cut.
And it'll land Trey Booker back on the free throw line where he has been perfect. Two makes here by Trey, can get this as close as it's been in a while.
I was listening in to Coach Pierce and look at the rest of it. No help here. He's creating half these shots. You can't help me out with this right now. He's killing us.
It's the mark of a solid offensive genius to be able to create the contacts and put some reasonable doubt in the referee's minds anytime. 28 now for Trey. It's down to 11.
14 of the 28 came from the charity stripe so far.
Booker backed off. Made it kind of a tougher shot, I think, for Logan Thrapp, who was anticipating some contact. Deep 3. Smith won't pull it. Instead, he goes in. Would have been a big 2-pointer.
Yeah, would have got this back to single digits with still 6 minutes left.
Oh, great feed inside, and the bunny for Pearson. Get a timeout now taken by Harding.
A huge 4-point swing right there. As Harding getting back to what got them the lead early on in the first quarter, just getting it to Pearson inside. Great post move. Little jab, step down, right hand, right off the glass for 2.
Go back into our live chat. See if we got some new comments coming in. Derek Ross says, man, I see they are face guarding the homeboy Booker. Then instantly double team when he gets the rock. Hashtag ultimate respects. What
More
else are you going to
respect
do?
for that because he's still put up 28 points so far.
And then Slusher Tanner again keeping us updated on some games outside of the area. Shelby 44, Ontario 26 at the break. On our audio cast going down right now. Let's update this. Looks like
it was the Shelby 11, River Valley 11-point lead the last time we saw it.
And we've got a final in Caledonia. The Vikings wiping the floor with Tiger Blood tonight, 82-47. Whoa. 10 made three-pointers by River Valley in the win over Galleon.
Yeah, that's a good River Valley squad. We saw them against Shelby, and some think they should have beaten them.
Matter of
I'm
fact,
not going to get into that, but
Alex Bruscotter, another guy really good at selling that he's got contacted. Nice hustle play, back in bounds, but into the hands of Pearson. Hands off to Long, going coast to coast. Left hand comes up short. Stokes flies in for the offensive rebound. And Coach Pearson says, let's try to run a little bit of clock. Not going to have the opportunity here. As we get a quick whistle and a foul. This will go on Owen Lowry. Lowry's going to sub out here for Ringer.
Only the second foul against Pleasant. Down 13, you might want to see him foul a couple more times. We may see a free throw competition the rest of the way. But will Harding slow things down? That's not their mantra.
I think sometimes that can disrupt your rhythm as much as it might help you in terms of looking at the clock. A lot of teams just, if it's not in your wheelhouse, if you're not built for it, don't step inside. Do your thing.
Oh, and see what causes a turnover.
No shot, though, as Snively intercepted it like a safety. Booker with the teardrop.
Back to 11.
Booker now with 30. Pearson turns baseline, cut off. You're going to foul on the floor, yeah?
He's just so strong underneath.
6'5", just a sophomore too, so a couple more years to still grow into that huge frame.
Snively's third foul, the third against Pleasant in the fourth.
The sophomore's matched up as Ringer's guarding him. Able to shoot in, got a piece of it and almost kept that in bounds. Impressive defensive play here to make it all happen without picking up a personal. .420 to go. Harding looking to stay within striking distance of Shelby at the top of the league standings, behind by a game.
And that was a head-to-head loss, 41-29.
Thrapp with a tough shot at the top of the key. Secured here by Smith, pushing forward. Trey Booker on the hop, pull up three. Second opportunity at it. You see, obviously trying to take it away from Booker.
Oh my goodness.
But, woo! I mean,
He can't be stopped.
the laundry's done. The spin cycle has been completed. Trey Booker.
I mean, 1, 2, 3 defenders, and he still just floats his way to the bucket. got 32.
He might be the smoothest offensive player I've had the chance to watch so far this year. The entire whole repertoire has been on display. Shooting bombs. We know what he can do with the handles. And that last move, not a lot of guys can pull that off, Trev.
And those are 3 good defenders, too. He went by Long, another defender, and then the tower and Pearson. He just glides just by him with a little floater. What a performance by Booker here tonight.
32 of the Spartans, 44. But they still trail it by 9, the closest they've been since the second quarter.
If there was ever a time to give game's not over yet, but if it stays the same, a losing player an MVP honor, it would be tonight with Trey Booker.
I'm almost leaning that way no matter what happens. Have to make your voice heard in terms of the MVP conversation, though. As we're starting to get down to crunch time, shoot us some comments. Let us know who you think is worthy being the most valuable player. We'll join myself for an interview about tonight's game. Boston's had a great night.
That'd be another candidate right there for me. Long, Pearson, or Booker. Big offensive board. Let's them run some more clock here.
Coach Pearson's going to pull the trigger on a timeout.
And honestly, Brian, this has been a very evenly played game since the first quarter. 20-12 Harding in that first quarter, but then 11-7, 19-16, and then Pleasant now, I think it's 9-3 in this fourth quarter. The difference was just that first quarter thus far.
It's a great point. It's been a back-and-forth game. It's really felt that way. Outside of those first 5 minutes of the contest, Harding was getting out. They were eating plenty on the run. Since then, Pleasant's been able to slow them down. Hasn't necessarily taken them out of their game, but it hasn't looked like the same offense, definitely here in the fourth quarter, that we saw in the first.
Well, they made adjustments, especially on Boston Pearson, that inside game. It made it harder for them to score inside, and that's helped. So some of the coaching adjustments that they have made after that first quarter have really come in handy.
Have to go deep into the backcourt here for Thompson-Reese, who makes a nice catch. Booker defending well to not foul as they'll send the double. And then back out, but right into the hands of Trey. He's got a 3-on-3. Bly. Oh, hit on the head here. Shows the hesitation move, gets by Thrapp. And then Marquise Long felt like he got a block, but caught a piece of Trey's dome.
2 free throws made here. It's back to 7.
It's his first miss at the charity stripe tonight.
I wasn't going to say anything until he possibly minced. Didn't want to jinx it, but he was 12 for 12 before that shot, that free throw.
Superb offensive performance by Trey Booker. Closes the gap even closer. 8-point differential. And Harding just looking to hold on.
Pleasant also with 1 foul to give. They are in the bonus themselves. That could come up huge, getting some points with the clock stopped. But they have to get the ball back first, and there they go, a 5-second call.
Excellent defense on the perimeter.
Now it's getting interesting.
Pleasant with a 10-3 run so far here in the frame.
Wonder who's going to get the ball here.
They've got Thompson-Reese matched up right now on Booker, who lays the screen. Will anybody else attempt a shot?
Oh, big steal by Long.
Able to get an active paw there on the basketball with McCants as they drop it down low. Pearson working hard inside.
And they're going to count the bucket because the Pleasant player pulled down the net.
So actually no foul. Or is there?
No, they're going to count the basket. Yeah. If you saw at the end of that replay, somebody was yanking down on the net so the ball wouldn't go back in, and that's basket interference. It's 2 points for Pearson. It's back to a 10-point game now.
Coach Ben Snively's acting like he saw no such thing.
It happened.
Not impressed with the whistle.
That might be the dagger as well.
Snively off the drive, kick out, open look for McCants. And now potential showtime here.
Even better. Just get the layup.
Thompson Reese now with 6 points. Deep three launched and just off coordinates there for Carson King. But we'll get another loose ball foul. We had lots of these in the first half. Not so much here in half number 2.
It's going to be on Long, actually, so 2 more free throws with the clock stopped, down 12.
JT averages just a shade below 6 points per contest. He's got 8 tonight.
It's his 9th point.
Spartans obviously need everything to fall through the funnel here down the stretch. 2 for 2 there. Back down to 10. And I think the bummer of the new NBA foul rule is that the 1-and-1, it's taken away, obviously, and so there's no pressure free throws at the end of games.
Oh,
big block.
Right into the hand of Long, though.
So a spectacular defensive play ends up 2 points for Marion Harding. Mid-range J for Booker. And last touch. We just got the end of that replay. Had it marked earlier for the big swat.
Tried to set up the 3 there.
Got to start popping the corks, and that nowhere near. Actually hit the back of the backboard there for Wiley Smith.
He was saying he got hacked as it went up. That's why he went so far behind the net, but nothing doing there.
And Harding now just 40 seconds away from scoring a rivalry victory here on the road as they dip it in for Pearson, trying to clean up his own mess. And he's got friends in low places. That's Stokes. And that'll all but do it, folks.
Ooh, big collision. I think we're going to get a foul against Stokes.
Here's a look at his last 2 points at the other end. Alex has been solid tonight. 8 points. Played a big role in the paint. Defensively, rebounding, playing defense.
They're actually going to call it against Smith. I thought they were going to call it against Harding. They didn't. It was the rebound off of Pleasant, so Harding will get the inbounds. That should do it.
Marion Harding going to collect win number 8 on the season as they'll get it done on the road in this cross-city rivalry. knocking off Marion Pleasant 61-47. And a little icing on the cake for Marquise Long. We'll step aside with a quick commercial break. We'll come back with our most valuable player interview, along with final stats, and wrap things up here on our Marion County Game of the Week. It's live and free boys high school hoops right here on the OH Report.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
Welcome back to the Marion County Now Game of the Week post-game show right here on the OH Report here at Pleasant High School. And a tough loss for the Spartans here at home as they all but fall out of the MOAC championship race with 4 losses now. And on the other side of the equation, huge win, of course, for the Presidents as they keep themselves basically in the driver's seat for the number 2 spot and a chance, if they continue to win, to get a shot at Shelby at the end of the campaign. I'm Brian Skowronski. Travis Berardi is sitting on with me, and you know, obviously aside from the bragging rights, as I just outlined, there was plenty to play for here tonight, and a big win here by Marion Harding.
Yeah, just a balanced effort tonight with 4 players with over 8 points, a great inside presence, took Trey Booker's best effort, but Harding just a little bit too much for Pleasant tonight. That start at the beginning of the game proved to be the difference, and like you said, Harding still a game behind Shelby. They still got to face each other at Shelby later on this season as well.
Take a look at the final statistics for the Knights. And a lot of work done in the paint for the Presidents. Lots of those 2-pointers made in the first half. Really cooled off there in the fourth quarter. Didn't have to score a bunch and held on. But you see just the 2 threes made. Both of those were in the first half. Didn't attempt many in half number 2. They kind of know where their strengths are. And this is a team that offensively, while they play fast, it still feels like they get quality shots and some good patient looks, Trav.
Yeah, that's why they're a very high percentage team inside the paint. You got Marquise Long, who was 50% coming into this game from inside the paint. And then Boston Pearson, he's got some nice post moves underneath, was able to get some good looks down there. And even when he didn't get the good looks, he was able to draw the foul and get to the line. I think he's 7 of 10 from the line today. So a very complete effort for Harding tonight. Knock off your rival. Like I said, you throw out the rankings, you throw out the records, because when 2 rivals face off, you never know what could happen.
18 made free throws tonight. They outdueled the Spartans in that category, but Marion Pleasant needed 10 less attempts to get their 16 makes. Trey Booker nearly flawless tonight in a lot of different realms, but certainly at the free throw line, he shined. What did he finish, like 12 of 13? Something ridiculous.
Yeah, he finished, it was 13 of 14. Just
Even
phenomenal.
better.
Just phenomenal.
So looking ahead now for the Presidents, they've got Ontario. That'll be at their home gym over at the White House. Very winnable game for them. With Ontario a bit down this season, new head coach. A couple of kids didn't go out for basketball that they thought that they can rely on. And then for the Spartans, chance to take on Buckeye Valley and try to get healthy there. We'll now take one more quick commercial timeout, and we will be right back with our most valuable player interview. It's going to be Boston Pearson on the other side.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Back now with our Marion County Now MVP. We've got Boston Pearson hanging out with me, and huge win, especially here on the road. Let's begin with that. Coming into enemy territory, a game that you guys really need, of course, in the MOAC standings, and to get it, just how good did this one feel overall?
Just being a rivalry game, it always, we love to beat Pleasant. So, just really great team effort, and it just really helps because, we're chasing Shelby and River Valley down in the MOAC. We want to win the title, obviously. for the league this year.
Give me a bit more insight into just the rivalry down here in Marion. We're kind of new to the area, so Pleasant versus Harding. You know what does this one represent down here in this part of the world?
I mean, it's really just like we don't. To be honest, I don't really think we just don't really like each other, and I think it's just kind of been a long-term thing. It's just a rivalry. I mean, crosstown rivals. I feel like that's just how it is, you know.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Some healthy bad blood.
Yeah.
I think it's good to have that a little bit down here in the Cross City stuff. And you talked about Shelby. Looks like they're going to be a big winner tonight. River Valley was as well. So not only do you put yourself in an opportunity where you're still just one game behind Shelby, but then you kind of put Pleasant out of the MOAC title races. They've got 4 losses now, so I think that was big all the way around. But what I liked most about you guys is that you're very deep. You got like 8-9 guys that get into the mix. Everyone kind of seems to know their role. Yep. Is this something that you felt like you had preseason coming in here, that you had a nice mixture of guys that they just kind of know what they're supposed to do when they're in the game?
Yeah, preseason I think it was a little shaky. We just still figuring out our roles, and then just we have 3-4 really good coaches, and they just help everyone get in the groove and make everyone understand that the way to win is just play your role, really. So yeah, everyone just tries to do their job, execute the scouting report, execute our plays, and hopefully win.
And for you, it's just a sophomore to land a starting gig and then be somebody who's relied on at the offensive end, and then defensively too, obviously, did a nice job on the defensive glass. How were you able to earn your role and kind of the respect of some of the veterans on this group?
Really, it's just practice, trying hard in practice, putting in time outside of practice. Really, it's just I've worked on basketball my whole life, and I just feel like it's paying off.
All right, so 8-2 on the season right now as you're just about at the midway point. Is this kind of where you guys anticipated you would be at this point of the season? Why or why not?
I think we would have liked to be undefeated, but obviously. But I think we're super happy with where we're at, and honestly, I couldn't really be I couldn't be any happier. So I just think we want to continue to really just win. So I love where we're at, and I think we're going to continue to keep doing good things down the road.
Well, great step in the right direction tonight to keep the winning going. We got a little tradition here on the OH Report. If you want to look into the camera right up here and just give any shout-outs, anybody that's helped get you into this position, now's your time.
I guess I want to thank my dad. He's just been there with me every step of the way. Obviously, my mom for supporting me. All my relatives, grandparents, aunts that come to my games every year, every time. And all my teammates, every coach. I just really appreciate all of you.
All right, Boston Pearson, our Marion County Now MVP. Thanks so much for the time, man. Pleasure watching you play tonight.
Yep.
That is going to wrap up our coverage, though, here in Marion as the Spartans knocked off by Harding, coming on the road and delivering a big victory to keep their hopes alive for an MOAC championship. Big shout out to Marion County Now for basically just being an entity, bringing you live and free, not just sports, but news coverage for around the Marion area. So we'll be working with them throughout the course of the season and certainly into the future. Definitely looking forward to expanding our footprint here into this part of the state. Big shout out as well to the people here at Pleasant for accepting us in here tonight, and to my fantastic crew, Madeline Mad Dogs Azudo on the camera, and for Travis Berardi, my color commentator and stat guy, I am Brian Skowronski saying so long for tonight, but check back in with us tomorrow. Lots of live and free boys basketball action coming your way. But for now, for tonight, we're out of here from Marion. See you guys.